Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to give a brief tutorial on how you can make your very own homemade acne busting honey aspirin facial cleansing mask. In my video I'm going to talk about the whys, the materials, the benefits, as well as the risks and ultimately the how-tos and of course what the end result looks like. So diving right in, why do we want to use a honey aspirin facial mask? Well, if you're like myself and probably billions around the world, you probably have at some stage in life suffered from acne, clogged pores, redness, and and maybe in some extreme cases some inflammation of your skin and your face. And so the honey aspirin facial mask's intention or the benefit is to help soothe your skin, help it heal, as well as to keep the skin nice and clear and fresh looking. And so of course that's why I created this tutorial to sort of demonstrate to you, how to do it. It's very inexpensive to do. You can buy these ingredients at your local drugstore or grocery store. And of course, professional estheticians have been using this solution for years and years on end. And it's also worth mentioning that, the ingredients, the enzymes say derived out of honey, as well as aspirin in its own right, which is a beta hydroxy acid, is in fact being used, widespread use in sort of acne specific commercially available cosmetic products, right? But at a much higher price. And so the purpose of this is to do it at home, so it doesn't cost too much, and to show the fact that it can work for you, or at least you can try for yourself. So the materials that we're going to need to make this solution is, of course, a little mixing bowl of some sort with a few drops of water, and I do really mean a few drops. And this is to help thin the honey out, as well as to help the aspirin dissolve a little bit better. As the YouTube video title suggests, and what this whole point of the tutorial is honey and aspirin. So of course, the two key ingredients is going to be one, honey, regular over-the-counter, run-of-the-mill at your grocery store honey, as well as aspirin, whether it be in a powder format or in the sort of more traditional tabular form that we're probably accustomed to seeing. What are the key benefits of the ingredients that we're going to be using? Well, let's talk about honey. So honey is known to be an antibacterial agent, as well as the fact that it has healing properties to help wounds heal, i.e. acne, scars, redness, whatever it may be on your face. It will certainly help accelerate and soothe the healing of the skin, which is what we're trying to accomplish. Aspirin. So aspirin is salicylic acid or a beta hydroxy acid, which of course are the key ingredients that are used in professional cosmetic supplies, cleaners and lotions and what have you, to help clarify the skin. Benefits of aspirin, because it's a salicylic acid, is that how you say it? Salicylic acid or salicylic acid, beta hydroxy acid family, is that it's an anti-inflammatory. So if you have any redness in your face, that will absolutely help minimize it. And the fact that it is also antibacterial, and the fact that it helps the skin's dermis sort of shed off, its old and dead cells. So what that ultimately means is that in skin, pores plug up because of oil and dead skin cells and dirt and what have you. When you're rubbing salicylic acid as well as honey onto your face, you're essentially helping the skin, you're triggering the skin to say, hey, dead skin cells, get off of me, so that the new skin growth can occur. And of course, during that whole exfoliation process, it will help clarify and clean the skin at the same time, which is a good thing to prevent further breakouts and to overall even out your complexion. So those are the key benefits of the ingredients that are going to be used. Fairly straightforward. Let's talk about risks. I want to clearly point out that if you are allergic to aspirin or honey, to absolutely do not attempt to make this solution and apply to your skin, or in fact stay away from it with a 10-foot pole. We don't want any allergic reactions on your face. So it's worth mentioning that. If you're not allergic to aspirin, but say you're allergic to honey, you can always substitute it with just plain water and apply straight aspirin water solution to your face. Or you can mix in aloe vera gel, which also has a calming and moisturizing effect on your skin. So be aware of your allergies and make sure that you use the correct materials as such. So let's delve into how we're going to do it. So I mentioned earlier that we have a glass bowl with a few drops of water, and of course, inside of our BC aspirin, we've got little packages of powdered aspirin that looks like little sticks of gum. Basically, what I do is I take one package of this product, and one package of aspirin, I should say, sorry. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this into my little mixing bowl with the drops of water. There's no magic science to this. You're just basically pouring it into the bowl, and so you can sort of see the aspirin and the water solution there. And then, of course, we want to add a little bit of honey, and I mean by little I'm talking really, really tiny amounts, because a little sure as heck goes a long ways. I used to make huge batches of this stuff, and God knows why. It was always going down the drain, so you want to be a little bit conservative, just use a little bit because you don't need much. From here, you basically take your fingers and then you mix the solution right up until it's a nice uniform sort of honey powdered paste, so to speak. And basically that's what it's going to look like when it's all mixed up. And you can tell there's almost hardly anything, because really you don't need a lot. And so what do? Well, I'm going to demonstrate right now. You essentially take your fingers and you're going to start applying the honey solution to your face in such a manner that you're buffing your skin, or just gently rubbing it in a small circular manner. And you're going to do this for the entire facial area, right, even down to your neckline if you like, and of course, to the area where your sideburns and ears are. And you basically do this for your entire face. Now, key things to mention is that you want to avoid the eye area right here, underneath the eyes, as well as your eyelids and sort of the ancillary regions around it. The reason why is that those areas in your face are really tender, and you don't want to stretch those out or cause any injury or get any honey and aspirin in your eye, because I'm sure that would hurt. So just word of caution. But there's no science to this. You just basically want to apply it and rub it in small circular motions. Apply a little bit of gentle pressure to sort of massage the skin, which will help improve circulation, as well as stimulate the collagen and elastins in your face to give that youthful, plump look, and not the sort of dried out face appearance. So if you have sort of longer hair, I strongly advise that you use a headband. I don't have one right now. I don't really need one because I'm a male and I have short hair. But you're basically just going to go and apply all this product to this mixture to your face, and then you're going to let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. And from that point, you just use lukewarm water from the tap and maybe a soft washcloth if you wish, and rinse/wash off your face. Don't use any facial cleaners, because you don't want to dry out your face and irritate it, because the aspirin and the honey is already essentially the cleanser/exfoliant/everything that you need. This is why I love doing this once or twice a week to do this, and it makes your skin glow, and it's awesome, and it feels fantastic. I can't really describe this whole tingly-feely sensation that I have right now, but it's not a bad feeling, and it's in fact quite calming. So I've essentially applied it to all the key regions on my face, and now I look like a glazed donut. So I'm going to check back in about 15-20 minutes after I've rinsed my face and show you the end result. See you in a bit. So it's been about 15 minutes since I initially applied the honey aspirin facial mask to my skin. And although I didn't videotape the act of me washing it off of my face, all I had to do was take lukewarm water and the pads of my fingers to gently massage my face in a gentle circular manner to remove the mixture off my skin. I used a towel to pat my face dry and applied a light application of moisturizer, and this is the end result. So not only does my skin feel smoother, it looks lighter, it feels lighter. My pores are squeaky clean. I've got this cool, nice looking glow to my skin, and my skin has this cool, tingly sort of breathing sensation that I can only describe as being awesome and refreshing. How often should one do this treatment routine? I personally do this once a week, and the reason why is you don't want your skin to become tolerant of the beta hydroxy acid found in the aspirin. If you overdo it, you're not going to get any better results from it. Moderation is key, and the other thing to remember is that beta hydroxy acid also will, over time, increase the photosensitivity of your skin to UVA and UVB radiation, which can lead to sunburns, sun damage, and all that sort of nasty stuff. So, of course, with any cleaning routine, it is really, really important for one to moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. And because of the hyper photosensitivity characteristics of beta hydroxy acid treatments, is to try to find a moisturizer that has some sort of SPF built into it. So there's your honey aspirin facial treatment. I hope you found it useful and informative as I have. Stay tuned for future sort of tutorials like this. Rate, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.